Alright everyone, I don't really do this whole video blog thing too often, but I thought that this issue was a little too important for people not to know about. This essay was written by a friend of mine on a forum for a game that I play a lot and hang out a lot on. As we were watching the election 2008 happen, a lot of us were watching with bated breath as to whether or not Prop 8 in California is going to pass. At this point, it looks like it's going to pass, and a lot of us are pretty devastated by that. I myself am not a member of the GLBT community, other than the fact that I am a staunch ally, and this essay broke my heart, and I hope that all of you also maybe come away with this with a little bit more empathy for what people are going through in California right now. So I'll go ahead and start reading it. Tonight was a historical night for many reasons, but my happiness over the election for the presidential race was overshadowed by gut-wrenching pain at the thought of Proposition 8 in California passing. Being a gay woman living in California, I had hoped that it would not pass. I was hoping that in 8 years we could have moved past the bigotry that had showed itself time and time again. My hopes, it seems, were just that. Hopes. As I sit here watching the polls, unable to really tear myself away, the number of people voting to take away the fundamental rights of someone else makes my stomach roil. I have to wonder why so many people are concerned with what someone else does with someone they love. I have to wonder why so many people are offended by something so pure and complex as love. Does the fact that the person I love is missing a part, or has an extra part, really all that important to someone else? How does this affect them? Does it make their own relationships any less validated because I'm allowed to choose to spend my own life with someone? Today, in this day and age, the divorce rate is higher than it's ever been. People are crying out for the sanctity of marriage, yet celebrities are allowed to have marriages that last for under 24 hours, and all they get is people gossiping? Why can these two people enter into such a special thing with no consequences for tearing it to shreds with someone else? Yet someone else, who's been with their partner for 10 plus years, be unable to call them their husband or wife based on the fact that they have the same parts. From the time I was old enough to go to church to the time I was 12 years old, I went when I could. I listened to sermons, read the Bible, and believed in the ideals that I was taught. To love everyone, to accept your neighbor and treat them as you wish to be treated. To not judge, to not cast the first stone. Even if you don't agree with someone else was doing. Eventually I did move away from believing in God, but my ideals, rooted so much in the teaching I had when I was younger, did not leave me. To me, God is a figurehead of morals and beliefs that should just be plain old common sense. Scriptures and passages are quoted at me selectively that can be taken two ways, and are taken the most worst way possible, while ignoring the lines just before and after them, stating things that the person quoting to me are doing every day. Now I listen to so many casting out their neighbor for making choices they personally don't believe in or agree with, quoting Bible text at them and shoving it down their throats, threatening them with hell for doing something that was not chosen. While you may believe that it is a choice, and some have said we do it for attention, would you do it? Would you willingly put yourself in the line of fire every day to fulfill your need for attention? Being gay is a scary thing. There have been people beaten, verbally, but even scary enough, physically, and even killed over their orientation. We cannot walk down the street holding the hand of our loved one without getting looks like we're rapists or murderers or smell like 10-day-old milk bubbling at the bottom of a garbage disposal. It gets so bad that sometimes the only way a GLBT youth can pursue a way out of it is to take their own life. It's estimated that 30% of suicides each year are GLBT youths between 6 would ever do such a thing by choice. We have to work twice as hard as any heterosexual couple to make things work. You think your issues as a straight couple are pressing? We have those same issues. but with the added pain of knowing that we can't, at the end of the day, look at the person we love and have it be okay. It will never be okay. Or at least that's how it feels. I don't think that anyone can truly understand the feeling of someone looking at you and telling you that you are an abomination. You're a horrible, disgusting person because your heart calls out to someone unconventional. When it changes nothing for them, hurts nobody. Not until they've been through it themselves. To have such a joy of being able to finally take that person you love, stand in front of those who make your life complete and pledge to be theirs forever, and suddenly be looked in the eye and told that your promises are insignificant and are no longer recognized. To know that you may never get that back. I've not been through this, but so many people have. With every number increase in the polls to take away my right to love someone and spend my life with them, my faith in humanity dips a little lower, and my heart wrenches, and I find it harder and harder to breathe. I feel like I will never be able to have something I've dreamed of since I was a little girl, and it kills me inside. Before you take my rights away, consider this. One day, you will not be in the majority. It is constantly changing. Which rights of yours will be taken away? I may not agree with your actions or your ideals, but I will fight for your rights to do them or think them, so long as they hurt nobody in the process. This is what our country was founded on. Why? Because you do not agree with me, must you cast me aside, as if I do not matter. I have feelings. I have a heart. And I breathe and I feel pain. I contribute to society. I laugh. I love. I cry. I live under the same sun as you. Why do I not matter?